Hey everybody, I wanted to do a video on Ys 5 for a while, and I just kind of wanted to show you the game. I actually did a video. I'm going to spend the first few minutes of this actually just talking about the game, and then I'll actually play it. So it'll be a little longer than usual. But I wanted to talk about the game in the series. I actually did a video of Ys 5 a long time ago. Somebody requested it, and I normally don't take requests for RPGs, but I think it was like a contest winner or something. And I wound up doing it, and I didn't know what the fuck was going on, because the game was in Japanese. I love the Ys games. I'm a big fan of them. As a matter of fact, I wish I'd gotten into them earlier, and I would have included it on my top 10 series back when I did that. But anyway, you know, this is a sort of a polarizing game in Japan. Like, some of the fans love it, some of them hate it. It's a great game. It really is. It's a great game. It just doesn't necessarily feel like an Ys game, because it was the awkward transition between, you know, the first 4 games, which were all kind of similar. I mean, 3 was a little different, but it still had a lot of the same mechanics. And the 6th game, which was, you know, more action-packed and you know, different. And this is sort of the awkward transition, but it's got a really great story. I like the graphics. I like the music, you know. It's just that it's on Super Nintendo, so it didn't have the CD audio that, you know, you're used to if you played the first 3 on TurboGrafx. But anyway, it's finally in English, and I've been playing it, so I figured for one of the random videos, why don't I, you know, just record me playing it for a while. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and load my save. No, load. So I haven't gotten very far, because I spent a bit of time just trying to get used to the controls and how it plays differently. I've actually been playing the whole series, the whole of the Ys series, in preparation for this, in the order of the story. So, you know, I started with Origin, which I'd never played before either, because that only kind of recently came out on Steam in English, which was really cool. And then I played Chronicles on the PSP. And then I played Celceta on the Vita. And then I played Felghana, Oath and Felghana on the Vita. So, what I've been doing here is, see, the way it handles getting money is very different too. Like, also, there's different level ups. Like, attacking things with a sword makes your physical prowess level up, and attacking things with magic makes your magic level up. I haven't gotten magic yet. But anyway, aside from, like, just learning how the game works and, you know, getting good at it, and also leveling up a little, I've been mostly trying to get a better sword. I have a 2nd tier sword, but I want to, before I move on, I like to get all the best equipment. And there's a really expensive sword for 10,000 gold. And how much do I have? Let's see, hold on. Yeah, the menu's all different too. Oh, I keep doing that. See, I have 7,630 gold. I need 10,000. But the way that it's handled in this is differently. You don't get gold from defeating enemies. Instead, occasionally they drop these gems, like that one there. And then you go to the store, any store, and you sell them. You sell the gems. And that's how you get your money. So I've been coming over here and fighting the more powerful, like, skeletons and armor guys. Because, it seems that the same probability of dropping gems as the other enemies. It's just that, you know, might as well get more experience anyway, right? And, you know, and you have a button to swing your sword. Obviously, you also have a button to hold up your shield. I haven't found too much of a use for that, since Adol's fast enough that he could move out of the way when enemies are attacking. They respawn pretty quickly, too. It's also a very, very easy game once you get used to the control and how the sword handles. It's kind of ridiculous in how easy it is. So I'm just, like, kind of playing, I'm going exploring, and Julie just IM'd me, so I gotta deal with that in a second. But, let me actually, oh good, it came up on that side. Hold on 1 second. You know, like I said, it's really easy. Like, at first I was getting my ass kicked because I couldn't figure out the hitbox of the sword. But once I did, oh, right, I don't want to go that way. You know. like I said, I'm at the very beginning of the game, but I've been playing it for a while because it's fun, and I just, you know, I'm trying to gather enough of these gems to buy a better sword before I move on to the next town. So I'm supposed to be finding this lost city called Kefin. The title of this is actually in Japanese, but it translates, it depends on how you translate it, but its most literal translation is Lost Kefin City, sometimes it's City of Sand, and sometimes it's Kingdom of Sand. I think in my original video I wrote Kingdom of Gold, or City of Gold, or something like that. And the reason I did that was because the person who requested it said that's what it was called, but they were wrong. Oh, not this way. There was this whole, like, new area that I found yesterday. Just gotta figure out how to get there. That's okay, I'm just fighting these fuckers, you know? Alright, this leads up to that bridge? No, okay, this is where I want to be. Grab that. Oh, that's right, jumping up here is where I wanted to go. Alright. So, you know, it's kind of like Zelda, but... and kind of like it doesn't really play like any of the other Ys games, which is why I think it's polarizing, and some people say it's the worst one. But maybe it is the worst Ys. Ooh, maybe it is the worst Ys, but it's still a good game. You know what I mean? It's still a great game. This is one of those few series that if a new one came out, I would buy it just based on the name. I don't think I've been up here yet. Macia's house? Alright, I don't think I'm supposed to... I'll check that out later, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to slog my way back towards the town and sell my gems and see if I have enough for that sword. Ah! Fuck you. But this is a great series of games that you should get into, and now you can play them all in English. And I'm going to describe to you how you can do that. So, if you want to get into the Ys games, you know, I'm actually, it's also going to be included in Gamers Encyclopedia Season 2. So, this is a new area. Oh, whoa! That's one thing. You get too close to the edge of the screen, and adult goes to the next screen. But, just to give you a reference, can I jump across? No. Alright. But anyway, if you want to play Ys 1 and 2, which usually come together like that, Ys 1 and 2, you know, you can get them on the DS, this Legacy of Ys, books 1 and 2, or you can get them for PSP or PlayStation Network, which is Ys 1 and 2 Chronicles. That's, I think, the better version. Even though the DS one has some enhanced gameplay, I think the graphics and music are better in the PSP version, and it feels more true to the series, you know. If you want to play 3, the remake of it is the one you want to play, probably. It's called The Oath in Felghana, and that one's on the PSP. It's also on Steam, and you can get it on PlayStation Network. So I played it on PlayStation Network on my Vita. Very cool game. 4, there's actually 4 different versions of 4. There's, let's see, there's Dawn of Ys, which was on the TurboGrafx CD, which was not in English originally, but you can get a fan translation, which even has voice acting in English, which is really cool. There's Mask of the Sun. This is new. Oh, it's a town? Alright, so I found another town. Let me look at my map. Woodcutter entrance. Okay. I'm exploring, you know, I'm going to places I'm probably not supposed to be yet. I can't use my sword here because it's like a peaceful area. Anyway, Mask of the Sun was on Super Nintendo, and that also was not released in English originally, but there is a fan translation of that you can play. That one's not as good as Dawn of Ys. There's also one on the PlayStation 2 called Mask of the Sun: A New Theory, which was never in English, and I don't think there's a translation for that. And then there's Memories of Celceta for Vita, which is the definitive version, and it was released in America. and I love it. Great game. This is the only version of 5. Well, there is another version of 5. There's a remake of this with the same title on the PlayStation 2. But this one you can now finally play in English. The guy who worked on it said that it was a really difficult game to translate, not because, you know, the Japanese, but because of the technicalities of it. Apparently it kept crashing on him. How do I get back there? Oh man, I just realized I have no idea how to get back to a previous area. Oh, he can jump up there. It looked too high. Okay. So there's that. You know, 6 is called Ark of Napishtim. It's on... The only way you can play it in English is on... It's on PC, but the only way you can play it in English is on PlayStation 2, which is kind of rare, or on PSP. Unfortunately, it's not on the PlayStation Network, so you'd have to actually play it on your PSP. You know, so there's that. But, Ark of Napishtim was published by Konami, instead of Xseed or Atlas, and they have not elected to release a, PlayStation Network version. Let me heal up here. And of course, 7 was on PSP, and you can get that on PSN. I have 2 copies of it. I have multiple copies of most of the East games, to be honest. And I'm not even talking about emulation. Like 7, I bought the actual physical disc, but then I also bought it on PlayStation Network, so I wouldn't have to play my disc. And I would just, you know. Alright, I'm gonna head back to the town, sell my gems, and see if I can get me a better sword. Julie came on, she said, "Hey, Han." And I said, "Hey, sweetie." And no answer. So I think she's at work, definitely, and I'm going the wrong... Am I going the wrong way? I can't even tell. No, I'm going the right way. No, I'm going the wrong way. Fuck! I am new to this game. That's okay, I don't mind fighting these guys. There's one awkward thing about the game. Adult controls really well when you're walking around here. One thing is, moving diagonally, he's a little faster. But one thing is, like, you can walk in 8 directions, but you can only jump in 4 directions, which is weird. Like, if you try to jump diagonally, he won't. So... I'm supposed to be going this way. So yeah, the block button, I don't know if it's useful yet. I mean, it might be good at blocking, like, shots or something with enemies that shoot at you. But for the most part, like, when enemies are, like, about to swing their weapon, you could usually either take the hit, because they're not that powerful, it's a very easy game, or you could jump over them, or you can move out of the way, you know. Like, you've already seen me jump over an enemy when they attack a little while ago. Hold on, I gotta move Julie, I can't see the clock. I've been playing for 13 minutes, so I do want to stop... I'm going to continue playing, because this is the current game I'm playing through, but I'm going to stop the recording soon. I just want to go back and get that sword. This is the game that I'm There's 2 games that I'm currently playing for my pleasure, which is this on the Super Nintendo, and I'm also playing Chrono Cross on my Vita, because I had just finished Oath and Filgone, and I realized I can't play Kefin on the Vita, because, you know, it's for Super Nintendo, and, so I need something to play on the Vita while I'm, like, at work, so I said, hey, I have Chrono Cross on here, might as well do that. So let me sell my gems. Oh, wow, 15,000, alright, I have well enough. So I'm gonna buy the Frieza sword. The broad-bladed sword. And I'm just gonna go ahead and equip that. I keep hitting the wrong button. Muscle memory from the other East games. As you see, the inventory is more like a Final Fantasy game than an East game. That's another reason I think that a lot of people kind of shied away from this one, but I think it's a really good game. So it brings my dexterity down a little bit, but my fucking strength goes up like crazy. I'm gonna give that a test run, but let me sell my Talwar. Yeah. And I noticed that some of the swords, like the first sword, the long sword, swung in an arc, whereas the one I had, the Talwar, he stabbed, which I like better, because it had more reach. So it seems the swords, depending on what sword you have, they handle differently. So let's see how this one handled. Okay, see, this one swings in an arc. So So I gotta get used to... Oh, wow, that damage! Yeah, I'm not as used to that. Alright, well, I'm gonna stop here, the recording at least. Let me just put the map up, because enemies might respawn and swamp me while I'm stopping the recording. But I'll see you guys, you know, well, this is the last day of regular videos, but you'll see stuff like List Critics, VMX Show, and all that shit coming up. And the next LP stuff will be Final Fantasy and Saturday. Oh, there'll be Civilization Saturday as well. So I'll see you guys then.